Okay. I'm sorry to report this, but there's been a terrible act committed here in Neverland. We were notified early this morning when a mermaid spotted a body smashed up against the rocks in Mermaid Lagoon. The body was bloody and torn apart very viciously. The medics arrived on scene 3 a.m. and did everything they could to resuscitate the victim, which was later identified as one Fairy, Tinkerbell. After being treated with heavy doses of clapping, there was nothing that they could do. She was pronounced dead at 3:33 a.m. I know this is hard on everybody, but we have reason to believe that she was murdered. So as we speak, we have 5 main suspects that are being brought into custody. Peter Pan, Wendy Darling, Captain Hook, Mr. Smee, Tiger Lily. All these suspects are known to be sneaky and dangerous, so everyone, keep your eyes open. Okay, Peter, you know why you're in here?
Man, I told you I'm off that stuff. I haven't touched fairy dust in months.
Oh, okay, good. So you'll be all right with a drug test. That's what I thought. So where were you last night?
I was out with my boys from Red Lagoon trying to get some tail.
And how long did you stay there?
Like a couple of hours. The girls were not having it last night, so after a couple hours of embarrassing ourselves, we went back to the crib and crashed. That's it, I swear.
All right. We'll see if we can't find somebody to verify that little story of yours. Now, tell me, what do you have against Tinkerbell? Maybe she gave you a bad batch of dust.
Tinkerbell? Why? What happened?
I don't know, you tell me.
I told you, man, I'm off that stuff. Last time I did fairy dust, I got so high, I thought I could fly. And I tried to jump off a roof. Yeah, but I mean, even if I was still doing fairy dust, I wouldn't go to her. Prices were a little out of my range. Why? What's wrong?
Well, she was found at Mermaid Lagoon this morning like this. And you just told me you were there.
I swear, I had nothing to do with this. Maybe it was Hook. You know he always had a thing for her?
Yeah, that's right. Blame your enemy. But until we can find out that you had nothing to do with this, you're stuck right here, buddy boy. Okay, Hook. You want me to go through the usual song and dance? Or should we just cut to the chase? Just tell me what I'm here for. Where were you last night? I had heard some chatter that Peter Pan's lot was planning something against my crew, so I was down at the lagoon spying on him. There's nothing wrong with that. Did you stay all night at Mermaid Lagoon? Oh, no, God, no. No, after his lot left, we went back to the ship and boozed it up a little. And that's the story you're sticking to? Mm-hmm. Why, did something happen? Take a look for yourself. Oh my God. Is that Tinkerbell? I have nothing against her, except she refused to join my gang, but I wouldn't kill her over that. Why don't you take a closer look at that picture and tell me if you see anything funny about the body? She's missing a right hand. Yeah, we know anybody else who's missing a right hand? Look. Somebody's frightening me. Probably Peter Pan. Either he wants me out of the picture so his lot can run wild, or maybe little Miss Darling knows something. I know that this can be confusing, but there's been a terrible act committed here in Neverland, and we're trying to cover all of our bases, Miss Darling.
Oh, please, call me Wendy.
Okay. Wendy, where were you last night?
Well, I was taking care of my younger brothers, Michael and John, and we were just at Peter Pan's place, hanging out.
Okay, and how late is this?
Oh, not very late. My brother Michael is still quite young, so he has to get to bed early. And so when he was tired, we went home and went to bed.
Okay, sounds legitimate. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't quite let you go yet, but we're trying everything we can to get you out of here as soon as possible.
Thank you, officer. I just hope everything's okay.
Investigation log. This is what we've got so far. Peter claims that he went to Mermaid Lagoon and then back to his hideout. We were able to confirm that with the mermaids and his neighbors. Now, Hook claims that he was at Mermaid Lagoon spying on Pan, and then he went back to the ship. We were also able to verify that with Pier Security. They said that Hook didn't move until we came to get him the next day. Now, what I'm confused about is Wendy says that she was at Pan's while Pan was at Mermaid Lagoon. She's lying. She's hiding something, but what? Maybe Smee knows. And Well. Smee, you've managed to keep yourself out of trouble for some time now.
Well, I tried. You're looking good, George. How are the kids?
Excellent. I'm trying to keep you out of trouble. All right, Smee, you know why you're in here today.
Haven't got a clue.
Where were you last night, Smee?
Well, I went out to Mermaid Lagoon with Hook and guess I drank a little too much because I really don't remember much else about last night.
And what do you know about Tinkerbell?
I really don't know her too well, but I do remember seeing her there last night. She looked terrible. She's probably high on that fairy dust of hers.
Now, did you see her talk to anyone? Did Hook say anything to her?
No, she was by herself. Peter was talking to her at one point. Things got a little heated, but nothing out of the ordinary. Why?
Well, Smee, she's been murdered.
girl. She always treated people well and everything.
Now, do you know anyone who'd want to hurt her?
I don't know, could have been anyone. Maybe Wendy or Tiger Lily. They were both pretty possessive over Peter. They didn't like how much time he was spending with Tink.
Okay, and now, you said that you saw her talking with Peter and that it looked heated. Do you know what that's about?
I've heard rumors they've been having an affair. Maybe it was something about that, but I really don't know, George.
Okay. Thanks to me, you're free to go. But let me know if you find out anything.
No, I would.
Thanks. All right, Tiger Lily, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Now, what can you tell me about your relationship with Peter Pan?
What I tell you doesn't leave the room, right? My father would kill me.
Of course.
Well, Peter and I have been seeing each other for quite a while. But I'm confused. Why are you asking me this?
Well, your relationship with Peter Pan makes you a suspect.
A suspect for what?
Where were you last night, Tiger Lily?
I was home. You can ask my father, I was with him. But please don't tell my father about Peter. He doesn't like Peter very much and wants me to marry within our tribe.
Okay. I won't. Okay, Peter. Tell me about your relationship with Tinkerbell.
Man, I told you she was my dealer, but I'm clean now.
Well, we have reason to believe the two of you were involved.
What?
Smee said he saw the two of you talking to Mermaid Lagoon last night, and it looked heated. What's that about?
She was trying to push her dust on me, and I told her I was clean, and she didn't like it. And Smee, that old drunk doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, we looked into what he had to say, and then we double-checked Tinkerbell's autopsy reports. Turns out, she was pregnant. You know anything about that?
No.
Well, Peter, we looked back at your former arrests, looked at your DNA, and congratulations. You were gonna be a father.
Oh my god.
Now, if you weren't ready to be a father, killing Tinkerbell certainly would have solved all your problems. I swear I didn't know she was pregnant. I couldn't believe it. Then why were you two fighting?
I don't know. I care about her. I like her. She seemed upset. She was probably high on dust. Oh, I can't believe I was gonna be a father.
Okay, Peter, you're free to go. Yeah, hey. Listen, Frank, I need you guys to go over that crime scene again and again. We're missing something. It just doesn't make any sense. No, I know. Hit it again and again. Okay. All right. All right, bye. God, I know these feathers. These came from Tiger Lily's hair, but her story checks out. Her father says she was with her all night. Who would want to frame Tiger Lily? Okay, Wendy, thanks for coming in. We just have a couple of more questions for you.
Okay.
So, why don't you like Tinkerbell?
Well, she was a drug dealer, a lowlife, but I would never wish her any harm. I know she was a friend of Peter's.
And you're close friends with Peter, right?
Yeah, we're best friends.
So then, you know that Peter and Tiger Lily have been seeing each other.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Tinkerbell?
Well, it turns out, whoever killed Tinkerbell wanted Tiger Lily out of the picture too. Turns out she was framed. Now, would you know anyone that would want to do Tiger Lily harm?
Oh my god, gosh. I don't know. I know that Peter really loved her, even though she's not right for him.
And why's that?
Well, isn't it obvious? She's just not right for him. They come from two very different worlds. It would never work out between the two of them.
You love him, don't you, Wendy?
Yeah, but is that a crime? I love him, and I only want what's best for him.
Well, it turns out Tinkerbell was pregnant. Now, do you know who the father could have been?
I don't know. Gosh, I saw her throwing up in the girls' bathroom once, and when I asked her if she was okay, she said she had morning sickness. So, of course, I asked who the father was, but she didn't want to tell me. I get that. If I were locked up, I certainly wouldn't want anyone knowing who did it.
But you know who did it, didn't you, Wendy?
What do you mean?
You knew Peter was the father,
I don't know
didn't
what
you,
you
Wendy? We have an eyewitness say that they saw you at Mermaid Lagoon last night, and you said you weren't there, so can you explain that?
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything before because it's embarrassing, but I've been having some troubles lately, and
Yeah, you're about to have some more
because
troubles. You're under arrest for the murder of Tinkerbell and the framing of Tiger Lily.
You can't!
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be provided for you. Along with the feathers you planted at Mermaid Lagoon, we found your fingerprints. You just couldn't stand seeing Peter with the other girls, could you?
They were both whores! Tiger Lily doesn't deserve Peter, and Tinkerbell? She was a drugged up bitch. I couldn't let her have his baby. It would ruin Peter.
So you murdered Tinkerbell and thought you could plan it on Tiger Lily.
I'm supposed to be with him. He wasn't ready to become a father. He's too young. I was gonna make him a proper gentleman, and the world is better off without her. I love you, Peter!
Well, sorry I had to happen to this, Peter. Wendy's in prison for life. Her. Turns out, she was on the run. Her parents had been looking for her for years. When they found out, they said they'd been searching for her. It's crazy. You think you know a person. Hey, George. Yeah, Peter.
I was thinking, I think it's time for me to grow up.
Huh. glad to hear you say that, Peter. You know, you always got a job at me.
Really? Even after all my drug busts?
Listen, we all got our pasts, son. You're a good one, Peter.
Love to work with you. Learn from the best.
No, I'm not the best. But I will see you on Monday. To the ship.
What was that all about?
I'll tell you later. After all this, I think it's time for me to finally grow up.
I'm sorry that had to happen that way, but I'm glad.
Let's go. I need to talk to your father about something.